That's a lie.
Right, Greg?
Guaranteed, baby. That's what we do. We give out
Guaranteed
guarantees.
fucking tees. Guaranteed.
Well, for those of you who have missed Morgan, Morgan's been a bit of a funk. So was I. I took a couple days off. Greg got a little cold. I wouldn't necessarily call it cold. You went what 3-4 or 3-3 the other day in college basketball.
It was. I had a few more games than that. I think it was 4-6 or 4-7.
Oh, so the hot streak
Yes.
finally cooled down. I had people at work
Yeah.
asking, how's Greg's streak going? I'm saying, I don't know, it's all right, I guess. I didn't
Oh
look
yeah.
at your picks. I lied to them, just like you lied to Morgan.
I wouldn't
Morgan,
call. I
Well,
wouldn't
yeah.
call it a
What
lie.
what 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 do you have to say here? You said guarantee. It wasn't a guarantee. They lost. So I feel like that's a lie. I have the proof. To those watching this right now, read the text message between Greg and I in our chat, telling me that Morehead State was a guarantee of the century, basically, and to
yeah,
switch off of my rambling +10 pick to give to Morehead State. For those of you who don't know, Grambling covered with +10. Morehead State sucks. They are trash. I don't know what's more trash. Morehead State or freaking Greg over here.
you got it out of your system a little bit.
No, this is going
I
to be a
didn't think
running
so.
theme tonight, boys. This
Yeah.
the title of this episode is Greg is a scumbag at giving his friends picks.
That's brutal. I just got an old school GIF of Greg in a group chat. So
Yeah, I just
I
saw
was just
that.
laughing. So, little quick backstory. Morgan was reeling and tilting very hard, and Greg was on a hot streak. There's no doubt about it. He was. So I was cold. Morgan decides not to listen to my advice. Where right below it says because Morehead State is a guarantee. I tell him that I have Grambling +6.5 and +10.5, and I think it's a great bet. Completely ignores what I have to say. Like, I know Greg's been hot, but overall, I've been the most consistent with college basketball. So I think that at least I warrant like a
You're
hey,
right.
you sure?
You're great. My anger is not directed towards you. You were right. I should have trusted you from the beginning. You're the college basketball guy. This guy here is the UFC guy. He doesn't even get a major four sport.
That's bold. But I mean, you've been bad, Morgan. So
I don't
maybe
deny it.
what I wanted to talk to you guys, I've kept you guys in the dark for a few days. This might help you out, Morgan. Maybe you want to do something like this. I tried something different when I was reeling, tanking my whole bank account, my whole bankroll, I should say, not my bank account. I would never tank my bank account, but I bought picks for the first time last week. I did a 7-day package. Now, before you guys shit on me that I'm a fraud and all this, I see Morgan's face. None of the picks that he gave me that I wasn't already going to play, and I have two specifically that I can talk about, I posted on Twitter because I'm not that guy. I'm not ripping off of somebody else. My Wisconsin
So
bet.
I have now made the decision that, you know how I keep my picks on my nice legal pad here? No. From now on, I am dedicating a legal pad to you and a legal pad to Greg for all the times that you guys fuck me and torture me. This is now Pickgate. Here, buying picks. Greg, guarantee gate. Every
No,
guarantee he's ever
you're
said
gonna
is going
hear
to
me
lose
out.
for me.
You're gonna hear me out or not.
Yep,
So
I'm silencing myself for 30 seconds.
it kind of ties into everything we've just talked about. So I'm not gonna name what company I bought it from or the specific handicapper I bought. They're reliable. I know they're reliable.
Greg, I hope.
What?
Didn't buy from Greg, I hope. All he does
No.
is give his friends losers.
No, I didn't buy it from Greg. I wanted to see kind of like how the top handicappers in the world kind of relate to like me and like if they truly go on bad streaks. And let me tell you, I essentially threw money out the window. This is Morgan. This guy's cold streak was colder than your cold streak. First, he sends me. They email you. No, I promise you. I can go back. I'll show you. They email you pics, or you get a text message. I felt email was easier. I just scroll right through them all. It makes no difference really. I don't want them texting me, getting my phone information, trying to steal pics from me, because that's what they should be doing. Um, First, he gave more picks than we give up free picks. On last Tuesday, I got emailed 27 picks. First off, I think it's absurd.
Mm-hmm.
Second, it was NASCAR, NBA, tennis. It was like 7 different sports, including UFC, which is he's supposed to be the #1 handicapper in the UFC.
I thought that was Greg.
No, definitely not. I'm better handicapped than
No,
Greg in UFC.
not me.
I got a bone to pick about UFC if we get the time.
Me too. Funny you mentioned that. Me too.
So the picks he's supposed to be the best at UFC, he hands out all favorites. Most of them lose. College basketball, he went the first 3 days. He went 1-15.
I could do
NASCAR,
that.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. NASCAR, who cares about NASCAR? I placed the bets just to see. Greg knows. I was talking to him about it with
Mm-hmm.
him. Kid came in 10th place. He was it plus 250,000? Wasn't bad. Wasn't a bad handicap, I guess. Tennis, unbelievable. Serena Williams lost me almost my whole bank account. The NBA, he was decent. Like I get, we know more than anybody, especially Morgan right now. Like gambling's filled with ups and downs. But
Yeah. Remember that
he
time
knows.
I was the best NBA handicapper in the world?
Yeah, yeah. It
Wasn't too
Feels like
long
short-lived.
ago.
feels it feels like it was 10 seasons ago. I think fucking AI was stepping over Tyronn Lue when I last won.
So I've come to the conclusion. Like obviously, this is a small sample size, but I will never sell picks because I don't want people paying for bad picks. I don't know about you guys. I wanted to hear your opinion on buying picks, and do you think it's worth it? Because I can tell you it's not. I blew up my whole bank account.
I personally would never. I would never pay for a pick.
No.
I
Any
haven't
reason
done
why?
it. Any reason why? Um, Personally, because I like to do my own research, and I don't see any reason why I should go off of somebody else's. I could go do my own.
Like
Uh,
go on somebody else's. Like you told Morgan to go bet on
well,
Morehead State.
yeah, I mean, we could go on about this all day, but I I don't know what to tell you. I lost it too. Yes,
Yeah.
Morgan.
Actually, I hit the wrong button. I'm sorry. I was looking for like a middle finger emoji. God damn it! What am I
Oh,
doing now? I
I
don't love
love
Anyway,
it
that.
too, buddy.
Morgan, would
Um,
you ever consider buying picks because you're terrible?
No, because if I want to lose, I can do it myself. If I want to get guaranteed picks from somebody, I'll ask Greg, and I'll just throw money away that way. At least that way, I have somebody I
Fair.
can target all of my anger at, and I can yell at. If I bought picks from this guy or girl, whatever gender they happen to be, um, I mean, I can't. They're probably not going to answer me when I message them and be like, "Hey, fuckface, you just cost me all my money."
I
But
almost
Greg,
I
I
almost
can
sent
yell
that
at
email
Greg.
back.
yeah,
I
I
almost
can
sent the
I can
I
email
can
take
back
just
and
say,
go,
it.
bro, I
Greg.
want my money.
And see, I didn't even say anything. That pick happened. I stayed completely silent. I've been building the anger for the past days and since that pick happened. I saw in the chat. If you guys haven't noticed, I've barely spoken to the chat the past few days. I've just been letting it fester inside of me, so that way I would be
That's
like a fucking volcano tonight.
I
that's
figured
not
that you
that's
were
not
just
healthy.
no.
But no, long story short, no, I would not buy picks. I'm not in the game for buying picks or anything. I just want to throw this out. There's a sidebar. My over 57.5 just won. I have now won 3 straight bets. Hell yeah, we're back, baby.
Oh, well, it hit by the
Um,
hook, right?
so I don't know, Greg. I don't care
Oh
what it
my
hit
God!
by.
Here
It
we
won.
go.
Uh, yeah,
As long
you
as
know
it
what?
wins.
Yeah.
I'm
The
gonna give you. I'm gonna give
sass.
you some guarantees tomorrow. Yeah, I would not buy picks. It's not worth it. You know, you can get just as much good shit from us that you can get from Joe Schmo, who's charging you $100 a pick, and it's just going to throw you all crap out there. You know, like I said,
Mhm.
if you want to get losers and pay for losers, sure. But if you also want other losers, look at Greg's picks. You see
Yeah.
what he posts.
That's fair. I wanted to just mention real quick. We could be making a whole lot of money to be losing a lot by selling our picks. Maybe that's why they do it. I don't find it worth it. I'd rather be friends with the people who we lose money with. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
All right.
I'm
Without
just
further
gonna leave
ado,
it at huh.
um, let's talk some NBA. You guys want to talk some NBA first tonight?
Yeah.
Are we talking NBA 2K? Because it sounds like Greg's getting ready to suit up or play a game.
I gotta put ESPN on. I gotta have something in the background.
Poor Greg. Greg was gonna get blown out by 60. Sorry to before we start talking about picks. Greg's gonna get blown out by 60 that night, but he was quote unquote
Oh,
lagging.
yeah, I
He was
was.
quote unquote lagging.
Billy sends me the message. He's like lagging, and Greg's just
Score is
gone
15 to
when he's
2.
losing 15-2 immediately. I lagged out. This
And
guy.
he's the
I bet you
It
probably
Lakers.
was.
guaranteed you were going to cover that game too.
He said, "I don't know, man. I've been practicing." I was like, "All right, I guess I'll try a little bit."
Yeah.
Not even 2 minutes into the game, score was 15 to 2. Rest in peace, Greg, and his internet.
It's tough, man. It was making me dizzy. Very
Yeah.
laggy.
Yep. That's because I was just running circles around you. But Morgan, you have any games to talk about, or are you just completely broke and don't want to talk about anything?
I do have games to talk about because that is what I am. I'm a man of integrity. I'm a man of honor. I give the people what they want, unlike that scumbag who will remain nameless. I take care of my fans who I know are out there, and I want to give them good picks. That's why I don't guarantee any picks very rarely to anybody, and so on and so forth. But anyway, there's some early lines are coming out in the association tomorrow, and there's a lot of trends that I am very interested in that I will be getting a little piece of. Tomorrow's game, the first one that very much intrigues me, will be the Detroit Pistons versus the New Orleans Pelicans. Uh, the it is set right now at 225 and a half. I think that's a little bit low. I think that's actually should be heading up towards 260 or not 260, 230. So I'm going to be that was a misspeak. I'm sorry. I apologize.
It's a
I was
lot.
reading
It's a
something
big
else.
jump.
That's a big number. I don't want to go that high. Maybe I'll just buy it to give myself plus a billion odds since Greg has destroyed my bankroll in the past week. I can try to rebuild it on something. But I love the over in this game. The Pelicans are one of the worst defensive teams in the league. They're 22-8 over under this season. And it's, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I was reading it was like 5 of their last 6 have gone over, hit the over by a significant margin. Detroit, I was telling everybody in the beginning of the season, was one of the worst defensive teams of all time. They have gotten a little bit better since the season's gone on. However, they're only 15-16 to the overall year, so they're pretty much right in the middle of the pack. Doesn't do anything crazy. So I love the over in that one. Another one I'll be on. I have the Minnesota Timberwolves under their new head coach. I think his name's like Charles Finch or whatever the heck his name is, coming from the Raptors versus the Chi-Town Bulls. I'm going to be on the over into that game as well. That one is going to be set at 227.5. This game to me, it's interesting because neither of these teams are crazy dominant in the over under or anything, but this has the makings of a track meet kind of game, where both of these teams are playing at a top 10 pace in the league. They have just gunners left and right. Anthony Edwards just loves to shoot. Zach LaVine, he's putting up close to 24 shots a night. This just has a run and gun kind of sense to this game, so I like that number as well. And then at the moment, the other pick I'm going to be in on Lakers plus 8.5 against our Utah
Mm.
Jazz.
Mm.
Um, I like this pick here. I think that's a good number to get with the Lakers because I think if you can get it now and get it early, get it fast because that's I think is going to trickle down a little bit to about 6.5, come closer to tip. I think the Jazz are going to win. They're a superior team. However, this is a game that I can 1,000,000% see LeBron putting the Lakers on his shoulders. This is a chance here that LeBron needs to show that. Hey, okay, go ahead.
No, you can finish just when you're done. I'd like to speak.
All right. Yeah. Well, I mean, Greg is silenced for any picks tonight. So, yeah. Okay. Absolutely. It's the Morgan and Billy show. Throwing it
Mm-hmm.
back to episode one. um,
Hmm.
so I like the Lakers in this one with the points. LeBron's not going to go out there and get embarrassed by himself against the Jazz. He is going to put on a show. I really think LeBron's going to have a big game. This is an MVP type of game for LeBron, where this gives him a chance to go out on a national stage against arguably the best team in the league right now, arguably the best defense in the league, and show what he's capable of. So I love getting the Lakers with these points in this one.
So you kind of stole my pick, except for I have Lakers money line. I think that this
I
is
don't hate that either. Don't hate it.
it's a plus 275 right now. Like you said, you should
I
grab
have
it.
plus two
If,
ninety
even
five.
if you're gonna even if you're just gonna get a little salt based sprinkle on it, you get it now before it moves to 6, like you said, and be close to like 185, 200. Um,
Yeah.
I think
Greg, do
this
you want do
is.
you want to say it's a guarantee, Greg?
I'll speak
It,
when Billy's done.
I really hope he's not betting on this game. Then I'm not completely off of it. There's just a rule that we have. All three of us can't be on the same game, otherwise, it's automatic loser.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but everything you said was right. I think LeBron shows up, MVP type game, and he takes down. Literally, it's in my notes. He takes down the best team in the NBA. They're doing it for the story mode. Like if you play 2K, you play like my player. This is a game where your my player needs to score 45 points and win the game, and you get all this extra money. This is one of those games.
Yep. This has a LeBron triple double written all over it.
Hmm.
It has LeBron going for at least 33 points. He'll have about 13 assists and 10 to 11 rebounds in this game. And I love that money line pick. I will be sprinkling the money line as well for sure. Especially at plus 295 right now. That's great. That's a great number to get. I know the Lakers are very beat up, but it's still LeBron. They're still the Lakers. The Jazz are the hot new toy on the block, but the Lakers are proven. They have been there. You have to take down the champs to become the champs. You have to go through them. So this is a moment right here for the Lakers to show, like, hey, the West is ours still. It ain't. It's you're not just running away with this thing.
Yep, I couldn't agree more.
Mr. Gersh, would you love to put in some insight for us?
Well, okay.
That's enough of you. You're done.
I'm
Anyway,
done.
Billy, here we go. I'm sorry, Greg. Go ahead. That was
No, it's
mean
all
of
right.
me.
No, it's
I
fine.
guarantee that I'll give you a couple minutes to talk.
Wait, Bill, did you have more picks?
No, I didn't think he was done. I just wanted to intervene before. Like, I just wanted to say that I
Yeah, no,
agree with him.
I have the three for right now. There may be more as we go. I am interested in the Pacers Warriors game with the Pacers money line or Pacers minus 1.5. Pacers are a pretty solid team, and the Warriors have been playing a lot of small ball of late because James Wiseman is injured, so Draymond has been their center. This is a good game for Domantas Sabonis to really come out, especially as an All-Star snub tonight. I think it's a great game for him to kind of come out and be like, fuck you guys for not putting me in the All Star game. Miles Turner game as well. I do like that. I don't know where I'm going to go. I'm not locked into it yet or anything. But no, that's pretty much all I got in the NBA at the moment.
All right, so then I have two more picks. Going back to the Timberwolves game, I did this theory in the NFL. Um, Greg, if you know how I feel about this. I don't know if Morgan I ever talked to you about this in the NFL. When a coach gets fired and they
Mm-hmm.
bring in a new coach, interim coach, doesn't matter. I take the money line. I take the money line because it gives the team a new spark. Even like the starters, they try a little bit harder. The bench players definitely try harder. Try to impress somebody else, get more playing time in the future. Because obviously a tanking team, they're bad. But I think they come up for this one, and so I'm taking the money line on that. And a game I don't have a line on yet. I don't know if either one of you can check the Suns versus the Hornets. I will be on the Suns. They've been insane as of late, especially at home. They're 17-5 against the spread in the last 22 home games. So I will be all over that.
Yeah, I don't have a line for that yet.
Morgan, you look very confused.
the Suns and Hornets play tomorrow?
Unless it's
No, they
canceled.
don't. They don't.
When is it?
Yeah, I don't think they do.
I have it up on covers.com saying they do.
Hold on,
Nine
I'm
o'clock.
pulling it up
Oh,
right
wait,
now.
yeah, they do. Yeah, they
I
do.
don't.
They do. I clicked on
That's,
Thursday.
yeah, I don't have them on. They're not pulling up at all as anything. So I had no clue they were even playing. I will absolutely have something on that game. Um, I had no idea they were even playing tomorrow night. But
You're welcome.
would you say you had you had
Mr.
Suns? What do you?
NBA guy.
What did you say you had Suns? What?
I don't have. There's no line out for it. I don't have a line
Oh, I'm
for it.
sorry. Who are they playing? Who are they playing? I'm pulling it
Charlotte.
up right now. Charlotte. Oh yeah, I would definitely take Phoenix. Phoenix is a dominant team at home as well. So it absolutely would be in on Phoenix. I'm actually looking at it now. There's a lot more games that I didn't even realize. Um, I'd end up being on the Heat most likely tomorrow because Toronto is flying to Miami after a back-to-back against the Sixers in Toronto. So I will definitely like the Heat probably in that game as well. And I always like the Oklahoma City Thunder to cover
You
at
said
home.
the Sixers.
What?
Oh man, the Sixers stink.
They stink so bad.
They stink.
Hey, you
Real quick, I got
pipe down over
gambling
there in the
advice.
corner.
Gambling advice. Take Sixers first half and not the whole game. Take Sixers first half and not the whole game. They can't close out games.
Not a bad
As a
idea.
Sixers fan, lifelong fan, Greg, shut up. You can't talk. As a Sixers lifelong fan, I can vouch for that. We are dominant in the first half, and then third quarter, we do not know how to play in the third quarter.
Mm-hmm. Love it. Greggy, hit us with your NBA picks.
All right. So
Morgan,
All
he's
right,
allowed to
good
talk.
good job.
He's allowed to talk, Morgan.
Thank you. I'm going to go with Morgan's pick on the over 222
Oh,
and a half.
God.
I like it for all the reasons. How can you not? The Pelicans, they go over almost every game. And, 222 and a half, super low number. We're going to have to go with it. I also like the Pacers minus 1.5 against the Warriors. Coming off a tough wire-to-wire game with the Knicks tonight. That's a lot of energy exerted, and the Pacers are fresh. Give me the Pacers. Like you said, Sabonis with the All-Star snub. Could see these guys coming out hot tomorrow. And I am also going to be on the opposite. I'm going to go Utah covering the 8.5 against the Lakers. I'm going to just ride the Jazz to the ground. Lakers without AD, they look like a shell of themselves. What have they lost 3 in a row now? And I know the Wizards are hot. They lost tonight, but they won 5 in a row prior to tonight. I just don't see the Lakers covering this spread. I don't.
I think they cover and win with
I,
ease.
I, yeah, I know.
I definitely think they at least cover, but I can very much be talked into. And as I read a little bit more and research some more, I can very easily see them winning. I will definitely, like Billy said, I will absolutely be sprinkling something on the Lakers money line.
Yeah, is Schroeder going to be back tomorrow night?
He's questionable.
Okay. That's a big missing piece for them. It really is.
My opinion is going to be that it's going to be 1v5 and LeBron's still going to win. He's going to put on an MJ performance and / Kobe performance, whatever you got to do to win the game. He needs to show people sometimes he's the best. And I think this is one of those games.
Yeah, I mean that could definitely be the case. I mean, I don't know. I'm riding the Jazz. I have no reason not to, especially the way the Lakers have looked and the way that the Jazz are in every game. They were down like 15 to the Hornets in the third quarter, and they won by 20 plus. They never say die, and it's I feel comfortable taking them at any point, with a large point spread.
No, I don't hate it because, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like Drake or like Hofstra last year and teams like that. Teams who just cover, it's what they do for a living. You ride the hot hand. Unless it's the NBA and it's pre-scripted like the WWE.
Yeah, but that's all I got for NBA. Those 3.
All right, so let's go into college, I guess. 'Cause I have one quick NHL parlay, so I figure let's go into college first, and then I'll
Mhm.
cap it off with that.
All right.
Um, let's run it back. Let's go back to Greg, and then we'll go to Morgan, and we'll go to me.
All right. So I'm going to start here with Kent State laying 4 at Ball State. Ball State, bad team. Kent State, they're on fire. Kent State beating up on the bad teams in the MAC conference, winning 4 of their last 5. And Ball State has lost 6 of their last 7, including their last 3 home games. They're getting blown out. Uh, I wish they had played each other early in the season so I could get kind of like a gist of that, but they haven't, unfortunately. But, you know, relative matchups and just the way that they've been playing all season on both sides, 4 is just screaming, take me.
I agree.
Yeah. So I would take it now before it starts to go up. And yeah. So next I'm going to go with North Carolina laying the 8.5 versus Marquette. Once again, a weird out of conference late February matchup.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I
weird.
thought it was a typo when I saw it.
Same. And then I had to search to make sure it was the real game.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's a real thing. It'll be on TV tomorrow, and I'll be watching it. North Carolina, they're probably in the tournament now. I would say there's a great chance of it, but they're going to be working on their seeding here. They need some statement wins, and I think they get this year. Marquette's cold. They've lost 6 of their last 8 games, with those 2 wins being against Butler. Arguably one of the worst teams in the Power Five conferences. Uh, I mean, give me Kansas State, baby. What the hell? They beat Oklahoma tonight. Like, what is going on in the world?
Mm-hmm. I
Uh,
took the live at half in that game. The live
for
Kansas
who?
State.
Did
Yeah.
you?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Wow.
This is what happens. I get to sit home and watch basketball all day.
Yeah, it's a nice play. Nice play. But yeah, Marquette's cold. UNC's hot. 2 teams moving in different directions, and UNC needs to make a statement. So I think they do so. Last play I have here, Clemson -4 at Wake Forest. Clemson's a good enough team to cover this spread. They're not the best road team in the world, but Wake Forest is cold as ice, losing 11 of their last 14, and they're only 2-4 at home in conference. So I'm going to lay the 4 with Clemson and assume that Wake Forest is going to continue to stink.
Fair. That's fair. I didn't even look into that game at all. I don't like betting on Clemson. They screw me somehow. On or against, doesn't matter. Anytime
Mm-hmm.
Clemson's involved, I try to stay away.
It's fair. I don't usually, but it seems like a good opportunity.
Mm-hmm. Morgan, what do you got for
Okay.
us?
Um,
Hopefully some winners.
well, I'm not thrilled because 2 of my picks, Mr. Guarantee himself said the exact same things that I had.
Oh
So I'm
no.
not thrilled right now. I also have Kent State and I also have Clemson, which means I'm probably just going to go the opposite just because I don't trust Greg. So, yeah, there's that. Other one I'm looking at for tomorrow is going to be Indiana versus Rutgers. I like Indiana plus 3.5 against Rutgers. I think there's good value in that game. Indiana has actually been playing pretty well. They're also 12-9-1 to the spread this season, so they tend to cover the majority of the games. And the total that they actually cover by is 3.5. So I love everything that's going to come out of that. I need to take the money line in that game, to be honest, because I don't think Rutgers is that good. I know they were ranked for a little bit this season, but I don't think they're very good. So
They're
yeah,
not.
that's something
I,
very
I'm gonna
intriguing.
I'm just gonna head and say it. I'm really upset that you are gonna take Indiana money line because that's what I'll be on, and now I think it's a loser.
God,
I,
this is what you've done to us. You've made
yeah,
us all cynical against each other
this is what
because
I
you
do. I
throw
come
guarantees
in.
out there that don't guarantee. Anyway, before I go on another tangent, I can't let Craig get into my head. I can't get rattled again. I'm also going to take Alabama plus 1 against Arkansas. Alabama is a significantly better team than Arkansas is. So I'm going to ride the better team far and away. Sure, that's the logic. That's it right there. Yes, that's. I mean, like I said, I'm sure there might be some more I get into a little bit more tomorrow, but that's where I'm sitting at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And then whatever Greg plays, I will probably play the opposite of it.
I've got a few, so I'm leaning that Alabama game. I kind of got to do a little bit more research. I'm pretty sure they play very well at home, but like kind of struggle a little bit. They're gonna win the game, and like this, just the line is it's -1. I think personally it should be more like 5 or 6, and I think it gets there by game time. To be honest with you, um, like you said, Indiana money line. Uh, if you're scared, A, go to church, and B, take the points. But they've been good after coming off a loss. They haven't lost 2 straight games all year. They're 4-1 against the spread, coming off a straight up loss. Um, Rutgers, like, sometimes they're good, sometimes they stink. They're very inconsistent. They haven't scored more than 65 points in the last 4 games. Give me Indiana with a much needed bounce back to make sure they stay in the top half of the tournament, or even in the tournament at all, because you start losing games, like bad games against bad teams, like Rutgers, it's not good. It's not a good look. I also lean the over 133.5 in that game. Um, I haven't taken it yet, but the last time both these teams played, they combined for 144 points. But the last 4 unders have hit for Rutgers because they stink. But I think Indiana kind of blows them out. This game has been giving me fits. Xavier versus Providence. First, I liked Xavier. Then I liked Providence. Um, it probably won't make it to my Twitter card, but I feel like Providence wins this game. I think that they take a good Xavier team, take them to town, just outwork them. They win by 4 maybe. They're trying to make the tournament. They're 11-11 right now. Um, every single game they've played has been a quadrant 1 game, so they just need to kind of stay afloat, win games that are winnable, and they do that well at home. So I like them. Not officially my play, but I really do like them. Um, one that Greg might get a little bit mad at is Tennessee -6 against Vanderbilt. I know he loves Vanderbilt. Um, listen, Scotty Jr., Scotty Pippen Jr., he's a stud. But this game smells just like the Indiana game. The Volunteers got blown out by Kentucky, by a bad Kentucky team. They shot 31% from the field. Like, it's not going to happen again. It's as simple as that. This line should be more towards 12. It was at 16 beginning of the year, first time they played. The Volunteers, they really need to get back on track because now they're falling behind in in the conference. Now they're going to be fighting for seeding for the conference tournament, and who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? They keep losing like this. They've lost pretty bad to some pretty bad teams. They might get a bad look come tournament time. So
Mm-hmm.
I'll be on Tennessee -6. One of my favorite teams to ever bet on is Furman. They're going up against the Citadel. I'll be on the over 159. Now this one is a play on the numbers. The last 4 games, Citadel has not hit the over in their usual, as you guys know, because I talk about this conference all the time, between 160 and 165. When they played VMI, it was at 168. Like, there's a reason why like their unders have been hitting is because their numbers too high. And Furman's played a little bit of defense this year. Furman team they hit over almost every time last year. They are 8-1 in the last 9 to the under. Um, all the reasons why you should take the under is the exact reason why I'm going to take the over, because that's how it happens. When both teams have been hitting unders at crazy clips, it's time to take the over. Um, one last thing, both team average more than 78 points per game, and Furman is shooting 36% from the 3-point range in the last 5. So give me the over 159 in that. I have a couple leans, and then that's about it. I'm leaning Virginia, NC State over 129. This isn't Virginia of last year. They can score. They've been hovering around 125, 129. So I'll gladly take that against the NC State team that I think stays in it. And Abilene Christian, a team that nobody knows about, but if you do, you make a lot of money off of them. And same with Sam Houston State. They face each other. I'm leaning Abilene. Um, both teams are really good against the number. Top five in the country against it. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I looked it up before, so you just got to trust me on that one. Um, Sam, yep. Go ahead, Morgan.
I, I will say I had Sam Houston State in their last game and they did not cover.
Yes, I
Just
know.
going to throw that out there.
Absolutely.
Just want to toss that one up. That was one of my
Hmm.
million straight losers.
But why did you take them? Because they always cover.
Uh, yes, but they didn't. So
Yeah, but not every
they
team
only
can always
sometimes they
cover.
only sometimes cover.
Anywho, I'm not going to be on Sam Houston. I'm going to be on Abilene, so it doesn't even matter. Um,
Looks like I talked him out of it.
I was never on it. Abilene Christian is undefeated, straight up at home. They are 10, I think 10-1. Pull it up. They're very good number at home as well to the spread. Let me pull it up. I don't want to be wrong. Morgan, they are also undefeated. They are 7-0 against the spread at home. So
Don't
I
hate
love
that.
that. That's it for
Okay.
me for now. Probably have one or two more by tomorrow, but that's all I've
Yeah.
I
got.
do I do have one more lean I want to throw out there before we move forward and everything. St. Bonnie's money line is one I'm going to be interested in. St. Bonnie's this year is actually very good against the spread team. They're 9-4-1, and it's only a plus 1.5. So I'm going to take them outright to win.
I like the under.
Well, I haven't
David
looked at that yet.
Davidson's one of the slowest teams in the country, and St. Bonnie's is
Mm.
kind of slow. So they both teams take their time, and 131 to 132, I think it's a decent number. You guys have any more college games or leans or anything like that, or are we getting some quick talk?
Yeah, not much more at the moment.
Morgan, do you have any more losers to get the people?
Uh, Only the picks that Greg plays.
Okay. Um, I'll start off with the NHL. I got a 3-game parlay. Pays out plus 335. It's gonna be the Rangers plus 1.5, Panthers money line, and the Lightning money line. This time the Lightning aren't gonna fuck me. Absolutely fuck me. The Rangers are one of the best teams against the puck line. 12-4 on the year, and 6-0 on the road. They're a much better road team than home team. Not that it really matters right now. There's no fans, just traveling. Um, as far as the Panthers go, they're damn near impossible to beat at home. They're 6-1-1 at home, and they're going up against a Stars team who've missed more games because of COVID than Greg misses guarantees. They can't find chemistry, and I'm going Lightning money line against the Canes. I just think that if I'm going to lose, it's going to be against the two best teams. Give me the better team that's playing well, getting their legs back under them. That's my plus 335. Can't lose parlay.
Can't lose parlay. It's a synonym of guarantee.
No, I would never say guarantee.
No, it's not. No, you're wrong.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
Definitely
That's
not.
that's kind of wrong, like all of your guarantees.
Yeah, yeah. I like the Lightning pick. I'm gonna go with them, and I like the Maple Leafs over the Flames. They've been playing great on both sides of the puck. Last game they had a letdown. Austin Matthews' point streak ended. If he doesn't go, the team isn't going. So I expect him to have a bounce back and beat the Flames. Money line's only 150. Reasonable number. Actually, it's a pretty damn good number for the Maple
Solid.
Leafs at home. So those are the two games I'm really looking at there.
I hate the Maple Leafs. Everything with the passion.
So do I.
Every time I bet on them, they fuck me somehow. Morgan, you have any puck, please?
Yeah, I do. more
Yeah.
leans than plays. More leans than plays. I love the Rangers play against the Flyers. The Flyers are just destroyed right now with COVID. They are down 7 of their top 12 players are forwards. They have in that Lake Tahoe game against the Bruins, they had 3 defensemen playing winger positions because everybody is out. It's actually a sham of the NHL to make the Flyers be playing currently because there is nobody healthy on this roster. Carter Hart is not playing very well. He's kind of having, in a sense, sophomore blues at the moment. Our defense stinks currently. We really are missing Matt Niskanen. I also kind of like, as a player prop, out Alexei Lafreniere as a goal scorer. This has the makings to me, and this happens to the Flyers all the time when one of these hot shot guys comes in. There's always this guy on one team that just destroys them, right? On the Islanders, Matt Barzal dominates the Flyers.
Mm-hmm.
Sidney Crosby has not played a game in his career, I'm pretty sure, that he hasn't scored against the Flyers. Even when he's not playing the Flyers, he somehow scores against the Flyers. Nick Backstrom has dominated the Flyers more so than Ovechkin has over the years. The Rangers don't have that guy right now. So they kind of, who's that guy coming up? Well, it's going to be your hotshot superstar first overall pick, who had a filthy goal the other night. I don't know if anyone was watching. There was a mic'd up session with the defenseman, and he was basically like, oh shit, with how fast he was and how quick his wrist shot is. So I do kind of like him as a anytime goal scorer in that game as well. I liked your pick of Panthers. Panthers are, like I said, are dominant at home. They are amazing. They're a great team. I do like the Blues against the Kings. I actually lean, I think, the Hurricanes, however, against the Lightning, solely because I have been pumping the Hurricane all season. And I said that in our opening night for hockey that the Hurricanes were one of my picks for the Cup this year. I love the Hurricanes. I think they're a phenomenal team. I think they can skate with the Lightning for sure. So you can't have a hurricane without a little lightning, but you can. I don't know where I'm going with this. It sounded cool in my head, so I'm just going to stop right there. I'm going to be on the hurricane.
So you can have a little hurricane without some lightning, but you need the Seattle storm to come
It
in and save the
sounded
day.
it sounded pretty good in my head as I was thinking about it as I was speaking, but I was about 5 seconds ahead of where my brain process was, so I didn't know where to go with it.
That's fair. That's fair. All I heard in that whole just little spiel you just did, that's Flyers suck. That's all I heard. They stink.
I
All
would
Philly teams stink. Carson Wentz stinks. Worst in your
We're
picks.
getting here. All right, Craig, shut up. Stop talking. I don't want to hear your guarantees ever again.
I've been as quiet as I've ever been on this show tonight.
Nah, that NBA special was bad.
NBA special. Oh, what, the
Greg
first
sat
one?
here and watched Morgan talk for 2 hours.
Well, yeah. I mean, that was just what it was.
Well, he had no choice. He
Yeah,
had
I
no
didn't have
choice
much
in
of a
that one.
choice.
I was a fucking freight train. I was fucking Bo Jackson hitting the fucking hole and just running his ass over.
Speaking of freight trains, I want to just talk about real quick one more loser that Greg gave out last week that would have saved
Weird.
my account.
I did not give
Yeah.
out the play. I
This
said I don't have any
pretty
plays.
sure pretty sure this was a
He,
guarantee also.
no, it wasn't a guarantee, but he said he leaned that way, and he's supposed to be the quote unquote UFC guy. He told me Curtis bleeds by submission, and I said I don't know. I don't know if I even said it, but in my head I'm like I don't know, man. Derek Lewis, one punch knockout guy. I don't know. You never bet against a guy who tells Joe Rogan his balls are sweaty. You just don't do things like that. And sure enough, pow! Then one of the meanest uppercuts I've ever seen in my life. Guy's still
Agreed.
dead.
Yeah, he's got to still be in a coma because he took even 2 bigger shots after he was knocked out cold.
Yeah, it was rough.
Yeah.
Speaking of fighting, because I don't know if my brain will remember this come Thursday night when we record again. We had a nice boxing match this weekend with Canelo. So I love Canelo by knockout. I am super pumped to have a good boxing match on.
You
I
gonna
will be
talk a little
watching that.
boxing?
I cannot. I think we
Well,
should have a little boxing segment come
That's fine.
Thursday.
I'm with it.
I'm pumped. I cannot wait. There has not been a good fight in a while. I think the last good fight was the Wilder Fury fight. I'm so excited. I love watching Canelo fight.
Yeah, I love boxing. Me and Greg were talking about it on Discord the other night. Just bullshitting. He was asking me what I was watching when I was not betting on anything. I was watching WBC lightweight championship,
hmm
and Valdez just knocked the fuck out of this guy. And I love boxing, but like the point system is so bad. Like I don't know how big you are into boxing, Morgan, but Adrian Broner had no business winning last weekend, and they called him by every almost unanimous decision. So
Yeah, I don't know a ton. I just know like the big guys and who I like. Um, like Canelo. I love Canelo. I'm pumped. Can't wait. Super
yep,
excited.
you
If
don't
I
win money betting
maybe
against
Greg,
Canelo.
hey Greg, I don't want you to put any plays on boxing. Okay, don't touch it. Leave your bad
believe me,
juju as far away from it as possible. Okay.
believe me, I will not. I know nothing about boxing. If you needed me to name 5 fighters and my life was on the line, I might be in trouble.
It's fine.
I mean that's extremely upsetting. I think a friend of the program, Jared, could name 5 backwards. Last name, first name.
hmm
Yeah,
Maybe talk a little boxing with Jared. Throw him a fucking loop on Thursday because I know he's not gonna watch this. Maybe throw him a
That'd
fucking
be
loop and talk about boxing.
that would be pretty funny.
Boys, we have any more picks?
no, that's it for now.
All
I
right.
have nothing currently. I have been looking into golf heavy of late, and I will have some golf plays probably coming for Thursday for the WGC at the concession, which I love watching golf. It's the perfect thing to do on the weekend. Have a couple brunchy boozes and throw a couple of brews out there at 11 o'clock in the morning. I can't wait. Sunday, the best day of the week. Just sit there, watch the final round. Prayers out to Tiger, by the way, was in a very bad
Yes.
accident today. So from the boys here, prayers out to you, Tiger. Hope you come back. Calling it right now, 2022 Masters champion Tiger Woods. So you've heard it. I have broke.
That's hot take.
Um, no, but I will. I will be definitely looking into some golf plays. A lot of the big names are going to be out there playing. Uh, I mean, just scrolling through it right now. There's tremendous value on Brooks Koepka to win. He's at plus 2,600 right now to win the tournament. That's a great value play. Brooks is playing some great golf right now. He just won. I don't know what the fucking tournament was before the Genesis, but he played phenomenally. Justin Johnson had a great run. It's hard to go against Justin Johnson, even as a top 5 finisher. Tony Finau. I don't know how much you guys follow golf,
Not
but
at all.
he worst luck of any golfer I've ever seen. The dude has one career win, but has an earnings of 22 million because he has so many top 10, top 5
hmm
finishes. He just cannot finish to save his life. So just a top 5 finish for him. His top 5 finish is like some of the worst, best odds that you can possibly find because it's just a guarantee to happen. But his winning odds suck. So he's one to take. I'm going to take a look at as well and do a little research into. I love golf, boys. Once golf gets on TV, you kind of feel the spring coming in. I feel a little pep in my step a little bit. Eventually this stupid snow is going to go away. The trees are going to start bringing back some leaves for me. Spring is in the air. The flowers are coming up. Get out there, bring out the sticks, talk to a couple cart girls out there as they give me a hot dog and a beer. It's the
Wow.
dream.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, golf guy. Big golf guy.
Yeah, if you follow Morgan on Instagram, he talks about golf constantly. I like playing.
I
Don't know
love.
shit about it. I'm terrible at it. I'll gladly go out for 4 hours and shoot over 100 and drink a case of beer.
Yeah,
That's kind of
well
my
over
idea
100.
of golf. Yeah, well
Also,
over
hear it
100
here
for sure.
first. I will be winning Morgan Watkins will be the winner of the 2035 Masters. I've been working on my game religiously since my baseball, football careers have ended. So I take my golf world very seriously. I chip and putt inside of my home every day to practice on my short game. So 2035 Masters champ right here. You can get your odds right now, probably about plus 10 billion. Great payout.
Are you guaranteeing that?
I don't know. Greg, should we guarantee it?
Let me check my crystal ball. Nah, no shot.
Yeah, me either.
Greg will end up guaranteeing it.
And then you'll lose.
Probably. That's the way it works. He'd actually be sabotaging me. Ultimate sandbag move.
That would just be a spiteful guarantee.
It sounds like a little confabulation. That's what it sounds like.
Stop using my words.
Couldn't help it, Morgan. Yeah, so that's it, boys. Be sure to like, follow, subscribe, Instagram. Coming soon, I promise. I got a whole big deal going on with a bachelor party. Can't find a house. Life is taking a turn. It's going to take a little bit longer, but I promise the Instagram's coming. YouTube, make sure you subscribe. Ring the little bell up top. Ding, ding, dong. The winners are here. I love it. Follow me at BillyFFD. Follow Morgan at MoWatch26. Follow Greg for guaranteed picks at Gersh Greg on Twitter. Get him some more followers. We need the love and support for Greg because Morgan has none left to give.
None. Zero. Zip. Nada. I'm a generous man.
His tank was
I
at
have a lot of
100.
love
Now
to
it's at
give.
negative
I was
20.
the furthest pro Greg in this trio of us. I was always on Greg's side. Greg and I were the coalition against Commie Billy over here. And next thing you know, I got freaking Stalin and Fidel Castro here against me. And I'm fucking Ronald Reagan here trying to hold everything together.
Well, you'd just be happy I didn't have the picture of Moorhead State in the background all episode. You would have lost your shit.
That was good.
It's great because I'm glad that Greg doesn't know how to do pictures or anything, so I don't have to worry about him putting anything behind him.
Yeah,
that's fair. All right, boys. Until next week, best of luck. Greg, I hope you lose all your bets because you're a snake. Just kidding. Morgan, please win some games because I hate seeing you like this, and you're really embarrassing us. You're really embarrassing us. I just got to be honest. Taking advice from people without any homework. You don't think I did my homework on Grambling? Come on.
Yeah,
boys.
I learned my lesson. To all you listening right now, watching this, I hope you learned your lesson from me. Don't trust the snake in the grass. He will still sting you. He still has fags. He still has little rattlers. You don't know how venomous he is. He will infect your entire gambling pool once he bites you. And this is what this guy did to me. I learned my lesson. I hope Greg wins. We never root for our buddies here to fail. But I'm gonna leave it at but. You can infer. You can infer where I'm headed.
All right. Until next time, boys. Best of luck. We'll see you on Thursday, you degenerates.